The Galactic Council had seen many wars across the stars. Civilizations rose and fell, empires clashed, entire species were wiped out. But in all those ages, the Council had never seen anything like the humans of Earth. When Earth was first discovered, the aliens thought little of them. They were noisy, small, and young compared to the great empires of the galaxy. Their technology was rough, their fleets few. The Council believed humans would either obey or be destroyed. So when humans refused to bow, when Earth spoke with its own voice instead of kneeling, the Council decided war would teach them their place. The declaration of war was read in the chamber of the Council. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in shining seats, wrapped in robes of power. One elder, with a body like liquid silver, raised its long staff and spoke the words that echoed across the galaxy. "The planet called Earth is now in violation of galactic law. For their crimes of arrogance and disobedience, they are sentenced to destruction. The fleets of the Council march today. The humans will be crushed." The aliens cheered. For them it was already over. No young race had ever survived the full might of the Council. The fleets stretched across light years, filled with warships armed with weapons that could split moons. Entire worlds would rise against Earth. Victory was certain. But then, Earth answered. Across the galaxy, communication screens lit up. Every alien leader, every soldier, every citizen saw the human message. A man stood in front of a plain flag, simple and unshining compared to the jeweled banners of the Council. His face was calm, his voice steady. "You threaten us with extinction," he said. "You believe Earth will break. You believe we will kneel. You are wrong. We are not afraid of war. We are war." The aliens shifted uneasily. His words carried no fear, only promise. "You have mistaken kindness for weakness. You have mistaken patience for submission. You believe you can frighten us with fleets. But you forget, our species was forged in struggle. We fought beasts bigger than us with only stone in our hands. We burned the sky to reach the stars, and we will burn it again if you force us. You came to destroy us. We will not be destroyed. We will endure, and you will end." The transmission cut. For a moment, silence filled the galaxy. Then the Council fleets advanced. Billions of aliens watched from safe distances, confident they would see Earth crushed. On hundreds of worlds, people gathered before massive screens, waiting for the human resistance to shatter. The fleets arrived in Earth's system. Thousands of ships surrounded the planet, their weapons ready. The Council commander, a massive creature of stone and fire, broadcast a final warning. "Humans, surrender. Lay down your arms. We will make your end painless." The humans did not reply. The order was given. The fleets opened fire. Rivers of energy, missiles, and beams of destruction poured toward Earth. The planet's sky lit up brighter than the sun. Aliens watching from across the galaxy leaned forward, certain this was the end. But then, something happened. The light cleared, and Earth was still there. The human defenses had risen, shields shimmering like oceans of fire. The first wave of destruction had failed. Then the humans struck back. Ships burst from behind the moon, out of Earth's orbit, from hidden stations in the void. Human warships were smaller than Council vessels, but they moved with a speed no one had seen before. They weaved through fire, struck hard, and vanished like ghosts. The aliens watching gasped as the first Council battleship exploded. A weapon unknown to the galaxy had pierced its shields, tearing it apart from the inside. Then another fell, and another. The humans were not fighting like the Council. They were fighting differently, cleverly, ruthlessly. They used decoys. They used traps. They turned asteroids into weapons. They hacked enemy systems mid-battle. Where the Council moved in rigid formations, humans flowed like chaos itself. The war that was supposed to end Earth in hours turned into a slaughter, but not of humans. Council ships began to vanish in fire. Fleets that had taken centuries to build crumbled in minutes. On distant worlds, aliens stared in horror. The screen showed Council commanders screaming, calling for retreat. They showed human ships cutting through cruisers like knives through paper. They showed soldiers begging for mercy as their comms went silent forever. The Council had underestimated Earth. They thought humans were children. But children do not build weapons that twist gravity, weapons that punch through shields, weapons that rip the heart out of an empire's fleet. The war that lasted only 14 minutes. 14 minutes, and then it was over. Where once a grand fleet had floated over Earth, now only wreckage drifted. Flames burned in the void. Human ships, scarred but alive, hovered victorious. The galaxy trembled. The transmission came again, this time from the human flagship. The same man stood there, his eyes burning with unshaken resolve. You sent your fleets to destroy us. Now they are dust. You believe Earth will break. You believe we will kneel. You are wrong. We are not afraid of war. We are war. He leaned closer to the camera, his voice low but carrying across the stars. If you want war, we will give you war. But understand this, war with Earth does not last years or months or even days. It lasts minutes. And when it is over, your fleets are gone, your armies are ash, and your worlds are silent. The transmission ended. All across the galaxy, aliens sat in silence. They had watched the Council unleash its might. They had watched Earth stand unbroken. They had watched fleets vanish in less time than it took to boil water. On one world, an old alien whispered, "They are monsters." On another, a child asked, "Will they come for us too?" On a distant throne, an emperor of a proud empire clenched his claws and muttered, "We cannot fight them. No one can." Fear spread like fire. The galaxy had believed humanity was weak. Now they knew the truth. Humans were not prey. Humans were not children. Humans were something new, something terrifying. And the Council, once proud and untouchable, was broken. Its leaders argued, shouted, and blamed one another. But none of their words could erase what everyone had seen. The war had ended in 14 minutes, and humans had won. From that day, the galaxy changed. Treaties were rewritten. Empires grew quiet. The Council no longer gave orders to Earth. Now they listened when Earth spoke. For the first time in history, fear of a young race bound the stars together. But on Earth, the people did not celebrate with pride. They celebrated with silence. They had not wanted this war. They had not wanted to kill, but they had done what they always did: survive. The galaxy had watched in horror. The galaxy had learned, and the galaxy would never forget the day Earth responded